tell you one thing. That it doesn't matter what I'm gonna say, the only thing that does matter is just watch the video and enjoy the real beauty of the city. So, let's go! Budapest, or more precisely Buda and Pest, the capital city of Hungary and one of the most attractive places for travelers. The first things which are coming to mind about Budapest are the drop-dead beautiful parliament building, the world's spa capital, and of course, paprika. However, there are many other things to see here. Let's start from the most beautiful sites of the city you should visit. The first destination on my list is Parliament Building, also known as Parliament of Budapest or Hungarian Parliament. Building is located in the past side of the city. The Parliament Building built in 1902 and it has been the largest building in Hungary. It is the seat of the National Assembly of Hungary and the popular tourist destination in Budapest. On the left side you can see the general information about the building. Our second destination is the Hellas Bastion, or Fisherman's Bastion. It is one of the best known monuments and at the same time one of the most important tourist attractions. The Fisherman's Bastion is located in the Buda side and it was built in 1992. The castle kinda looks like a logo of Walt Disney films. But the most important thing is that the entrance is for free. And the building used to be real castle walls where now you can take fantastic photos and catch a gorgeous view of the city. At the bottom of the castle there is a winemaking in a cave where you can taste the local wine. I couldn't take a video of inside as there was some kind of privacy of guests. So let's back to the past side of the city, and our first destination is Heroes Square, which is the main entrance to the largest park in the city. Heroes Square hosts Museum of Fine Arts and the Palace of Art. The square has played an important part in contemporary Hungarian history and has been a host to many political events. Behind of the square is the Budapest City Park, which is the largest park in the city. City Park contains interesting sites such as Heroes Square, Museum of Hungarian Agriculture, Vajdahunyad Castle, Shanini Bath, many statues, different activities, cafes and restaurants. Vajdahunyad Castle is one of the romantic castles in Budapest. The castle, despite all appearances, was built in 1896 and is in fact a fantasy pastry showcasing the agricultural evolution through centuries and styles in Hungary. The castle is the home of several festivals, concerts and the exhibitions of the Hungarian Agricultural Museum. Vajdahunyad Castle amalgamates some of the finest buildings in the historical Hungary into a single eclectic palace featuring styles from the Middle Ages to the 18th century. The castle was the first home to the Millennium exhibitions, and pay attention that paid interest, but you can walk on the square for free. And did you know that Budapest Underground is the second oldest one in Europe after London Underground? In addition to pleasant and beautiful places, there are stories that you don't want to remember. Shoes on the Danube River, a sculpture serves as a memorial of Jews who were murdered on that spot during the Second World War. 60 pairs of shoes mark the site in Budapest, where fascist arrow cross military shot Jews and threw their bodies into the river in 1944 and 1945. The memorial opened in 2005. And exactly here I would like to say welcome to the Titanic's restaurant where Jack meets Rose, but unfortunately I cannot, because it's the New York Café. which was the most beautiful cafe in the Budapest at the 20th century. It was a popular place among writers and editors. In fact, the most influential newspapers were edited here upstairs in the gallery. But still, I would like to say that this cafe is among the most beautiful cafes I've ever seen. So, it's turned to the Stephen's Basilica, which is a Roman Catholic basilica in Budapest. It's named in honor of Stephen, the first king of Hungary. This is the most important church building in Hungary and one of the most significant tourist attractions. Additionally, today the basilica is the third highest church building in Hungary. Here is the most famous bridge of Budapest. Chain Bridge was the only to connect the Buda and Pest side few years ago, and that time it was one of the most modern world's engineering wonders. It was designed by English engineer, construction supervised by Scottish, and so on. So many international people had a role during the construction. After were built second and the third, so it's going to continue. And welcome to Buda Castle. It's a remarkable castle and one of Budapest and Hungary's most magnificent symbols, along with the chain bridge to which it's linked. Nowadays, Buda Castle houses the National Széchenyi Library, the Budapest History Museum, and the Hungarian National Gallery. The castle is located on the Buda side and the entrance is for free. It's a fantastic site to go to if visitors are interested in history or learning more about Budapest. Magnificent structures, spectacular buildings, and sculptures provide tourists with glimpses into the national past and architectural features. If you don't want to hike all the way to the top of Castle Hill, it's possible to take the funicular up to the Royal Palace and then stroll back down. Moreover, the Buda Castle provides the same panorama view as the Fisherman's Bastion, so you can enjoy the city from both locations. And the story tells that Sigismund, as a Holy Roman Emperor, needed a magnificent royal residence to express his prominence among the rulers of Europe. He chose Buda Castle as his main residence, and during his long reign it became probably the largest Gothic palace of the late Middle Ages. And another story that I have read about this castle, that the first castle built on Castle Hill was meant to provide protection against the Mongols and the Tatars. This castle was constructed in the 13th century, and in the 13th century the Duke of Slovenia built the oldest part of the current-day castle, the foundations of the castle keep. So, let's talk about the baths, because Budapest is really famous for its thermal baths and it's considered as a bath capital of the world. Not far from the Buda Castle, there is a Gellert Hill hotel which has a maiden bath and swimming pool. It's called Gellert Bath and it's famous for its design. The Gellert Bath offers 10 pools of various sizes and temperatures. Don't forget that paid entrance. And by the way, there are some interesting facts about the bath, that it was damaged during the World War II, but then it was rebuilt. References to the healing waters in these locations are found from as early as the 13th century. A hospital was located on this site during the Middle Ages. During the reign of the Ottoman Empire, baths were built on this particular site. The magical healing spring was used by the Turkish during the 16th and 17th centuries. If we're going about the exact facts about the Gellert bath, that complex includes thermal baths, which are small pools containing water from Gellert Hill's mineral hot springs, and the water contains calcium, magnesium, bicarbonate, alkalis, chloride, sulfate, and fluoride. The Great Market Hall in Budapest. The building was built in 1896 and is the most beautiful and largest of all Budapest market halls. The market is called Central because of the location. It's just 5 minutes away from the center. If you love fresh goods and shopping, then it's the best option for you. Except of vegetables and fruits, you can find clothes, souvenirs, cafes, and many other things. So, I think it's one of the best places to visit to know more about local culture and food. But be ready for seeing paprika everywhere. And here I would love to recommend to have a national currency, and it will be better to have a cash with you because not every shopping accept like a euros or even a card. So it will be better for you, I think. And welcome to the best part of the video. So because just this place is my favorite place on the Budapest. Because on the evening and even during the day, the view of the city is amazing from the top. So it's a Gellert Hill. It's located between the Gellert Hill bath and the Buda Castle. If we are going to the exact details, then Gellert Hill is a 235-meter high hill overlooking the Danube in Budapest. The hill was named after Saint Gellert, who was thrown to death from the hill. The Gellert Hill cave is also located on the hill facing the hotel and the Danube. And on the top of the Gellert Hill you can see the Statue of Liberty.